I will tell you one of the emotional baggage I carried. And I'm going to give you a background so that this will help. And one of the emotional baggages is fear. The other one is negative self-love, where you do not love yourself. I have no memory of my father ever carrying me in his hands. All through my education, my father never came one time to my school. The closest was he dropped me one time because we were late and he had an escort and he dropped me in school so that I would not be late. It was one time in primary 3 or 4. I went to a boarding school. My father never came in the 6 years. I went to university, never came like that. This is how this is challenging. Someone says, why are you saying this story? So I want to say, because this, you need to know where this comes from. Then, my mom. And my mom tried to challenge us. So, when my siblings are meant to travel for vacation abroad, my father will tell me that, you know, their own siblings, half siblings are abroad. They are going to see them. Your own half siblings are in Nigeria. They're in the village. Travel to the village. Then my mom, in trying to make sure that we succeed, we do well, became very aggressive. No pity, no mercy. If you don't do well, she tells you all these things from heaven down to hell. I remember the day she finally, I was a pastor. My God. She abused me. That from heaven, she told me, say, first of all, he said, I wish I'm not your mother. I can remember some, if you know my mom, she vibrates when she talks. She said, I wish I didn't give birth to you. He said, if I knew this, what you would be, a pastor. You see what this has made you? Pastor. Until they pay tithe and offering, you will not eat. You will be like our pastor in church that will be coming to the house to be saying prayers to collect money. He said, first of all, I regret ever having you. He said, if I knew this, what you become, when I was pregnant, I bought you. He said, curse is the day I had you. No exaggeration. And the thing is that she could be saying this from a very tough place. So, when I was growing, I literally grew by myself. Even till now, I'm not very close to my family members. And then, because I didn't experience self-love, my life, the way it affected me was that when I had relationships, actually church relationships, I became very clingy. Because I was always afraid of people leaving me. I was always afraid of people leaving me. To fall in love was a problem because I never wanted to make a mistake. I was always afraid of people leaving me. One of the most difficult memories I have is I was 7 years old. Her driver had dropped me with my uncle, my father's younger brother. He's a doctor. And dropped me in the house. And they stayed in these 3 floors. The ground floor, it was a 3 floor. The ground floor was the hospital. The middle floor was the quarters for the resident doctors. And they stayed on the top floor of this house. It was something big. And that dropped me there. And I was playing with the kids, and my cousins were just playing because I would go there every now and then. Then my father did an unannounced arrival with my stepmom. And everybody panicked because they knew I was around and she mustn't see me. So quickly, my uncle ran up and said, Bolaji, you have to go now. I said, but the driver has not come to me. So I don't know how you're going to do it. This transport fare, just take a bus. And I didn't even know how to use the busing system at that time. And I walked 90 minutes home because I couldn't figure out the busing system. And it's really sunk in my heart that there's no love. And even though I was born again, I was a Christian, I allowed people to abuse me. I put myself in difficult situations because that was what I was used to. Because that's all I know. It is my baggage. It now fits. If you now find someone that truly loves you, you will misbehave because you don't know how to receive love, because you're not used to it. The loneliness you feel might not be your wife or your husband. It's just something you'd always come with since you were single. This was how you felt. See, have you wondered why some girls sleep everywhere? The reason why is that they're trying to feel this trash is calling for something.